This is Kolo 8 News Now at 11, covering the news that matters to you.
President unhappy about the sale of a restaurant. Tonight on Kolo 8 News Now, reaction to the purchase of the Gold and Silver Inn by Jacobs Entertainment. And new cases of COVID down across most of the country, the latest on the continued fight against the coronavirus. Thanks for joining us on Kolo 8 News Now at 11 o'clock. I'm Ben Deach. Well, one person has been hospitalized following a crash on US 395 in Panther Valley. It happened around 8:15 p.m. on northbound 395 between the Parr Boulevard and Panther Valley exits. This is a look at that scene a little over an hour ago, courtesy of our Dan Pike. According to Nevada State Police, 2 vehicles were involved in the crash, which resulted in a pickup and a trailer rolling onto their side. Alcohol is believed to have been a factor, and one person is in custody as this crash remains under investigation. Now, there was a rescue operation today near Stampede Reservoir in California. The rescue involved at least 2 ice skaters. Authorities at the scene have not yet released conditions of those involved. This is a look at that scene earlier this afternoon. The Sierra County Sheriff's Office is in charge of the operation and have yet to publicly comment on what happened there. The Washoe County Assessor's Office says that the Gold and Silver Inn has been sold to Jacobs Entertainment. And as Kolo 8 News Now's Ashley Graham shows us, many locals aren't happy about it.
We don't want this last memory we have on this street changed for us.
The Gold and Silver Inn, a staple in Reno since 1962, was purchased at the end of January by Jacobs Entertainment.
Sometimes it's the little guys that get hurt.
Jacobs Entertainment now owns all the real estate on Reno's Neon Line on the south side of West 4th Street. And some residents are none too happy.
It's kind of sad.
I just feel like this is the last straw. This is the last thing that we have left on this entire street.
Allie organized this peaceful protest to show just how much the Gold and Silver means to her.
We want to show Jacobs Entertainment that this isn't a little thing to us, that even the people who just passed by today still care.
I hope it doesn't turn into some big resort or casino type where everybody from out of town comes. This is our favorite local spot.
But some disagree and think that change in the area is a good thing.
This could be very much like the old Tamarack restaurant, who was south of the city, was bought up and they built a new casino there, the Tamarack Junction, and they put wonderful restaurants in there. So sometimes progress isn't horrible.
Jacobs Entertainment did release a statement saying the current manager of the Gold and Silver, Jeff Payne, will continue to operate it for the next 2 years. In Reno, I'm Ashley Graham, Kolo 8 News Now.
Let's turn things over to the weather. John Macaluso is here, and well, as you talked about earlier, the snow survey was done earlier this week. No precipitation in the month of January, and you're telling me that I shouldn't exactly be holding my breath to see any this week either.
Yeah, Ben, that's exactly what I'm telling you. So we're not expecting any precipitation through at least the first half of February, but we are expecting warmer temperatures, so that's a good thing, right? Right now, it's actually not too shabby outside, 30 degrees. I mean, it's cold, right? But around this time, usually it's around 27, or at least lately it has been. And it's exactly that down there in Carson City and in Fallon, 24 degrees with light winds. Now, we do have a nice Sunday coming up, and then we have a really nice week following that. We'll be talking about that coming up after a few news stories.
Let's turn to our coverage of the coronavirus. The U.S. hitting a grim milestone yesterday with the death toll from the COVID-19 pandemic surpassing 900,000. But there is progress being made, as most cases are down across most of the country. But as John Lawrence shows us, some health experts stress that the war against this virus has yet to be won.
More than 2,000 people are dying from COVID-19 every day on average, according to Johns Hopkins University.
The toll has been horrible and will continue to be horrible for several weeks as deaths lag cases.
As for new cases, there are signs of hope in the U.S. as they're down in nearly every state. That's leading some municipalities to consider easing mask mandates. On Friday, Denver, Colorado ended its indoor mask rule altogether. And while health experts are happy with the downward trend in cases,
so we're right now dropping rapidly, and we've had all these spikes, and we've yet to see whether there'll be another surge after this one. So I think it's too premature to call this the beginning of sort of the endemic stage of this virus.
They're continuing to sound the alarm about the dangers of remaining unvaccinated. The CDC says unvaccinated people are 97 times more likely to die from COVID compared to those who are vaccinated and boosted.
I ask, what are you afraid of as far as the vaccine? What is it that you worry about when you see hundreds of millions of doses given in this country? The safety profile has been extraordinarily safe.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Well, Moroccan rescue teams spent 4 days trying to save a 5-year-old boy who had fallen into a 100-foot well. Today, a live report from Moroccan public television broke the news that the boy had been pulled out of the well, but he did not survive the ordeal. According to a statement from the royal palace, the king called his parents with condolences. The sad news came after crews had undertaken a courageous rescue effort, digging a shaft of more than 90 feet overnight. 8 people were shot in an apparent murder-suicide in Texas today. 5 people were killed and 3 were critically wounded at 2 different crime scenes. The suspect, Kevin Milazzo, is believed to have killed his mother and stepfather in Corsicana today. Then police say he drove to Frost, where he shot and killed his 21-year-old son and 4-year-old boy. Police tracked the 41-year-old Milazzo through his vehicle GPS and were able to turn off the engine remotely. As they approached his vehicle, they found him critically injured from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Milazzo died later at the hospital. The identities and conditions of the 3 surviving victims have not yet been released. Well, up next, a change after a 22-year-old man was shot and killed by police. A look at the action being taken in Minnesota. And the Wolfpack basketball team in action against the Bulldogs of Fresno State. Highlights from the ladies' affair from Lawler coming up.
And we have a warm week ahead of us. A look at that coming up.
This is Kolo 8 News Now at 11, covering the news that matters to you with Ben Deitch. And your first alert weather forecast with John Macaluso. This is Kolo 8 News Now at 11, covering the news that matters to you.
Where to go and what to do in East Alabama. Personalized just for you. Find your sweet spots at alabama.travel/sweetspot.
The Rustic Bedroom Retreat is closer than ever with incredible savings during the President's Day sale at More Furniture.
This incredible solid wood bedroom set is available in 3 colors, featuring panel headboard bed, 6-drawer dresser, and mirror for only $25.95.
Your best night's sleep never felt so good, and the savings will have you resting soundly.
Visit morefurniture.com to preview the exquisite detail on this amazing set, or come in store to see this great value and much more during the President's Sale at More Furniture.
We don't just practice law here in Reno. This is our home. Careless conduct is a danger to everyone.
Let us help you get back on track and fight for the compensation you deserve.
If you've been injured, give us a call. I'm Bob Jensen. And I'm Graham Galloway.
American Family Insurance filmed a commercial featuring real dads and their kids. No scripts, just family. Because nothing speaks louder than that.
Prayers, prayers, prayers. Time to say our prayers. Dio, Dio, Dio. Are you ready to say your prayers? Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Guess what? You get 2 kisses.
Uh-oh.
Kolo 8 is excited to let you know that you can watch Circle on 8.4 over the air. Circle is a country music and lifestyle network with a wide variety of country music, including Opry Live with performances. If you watch us over the air, you'll need to do a simple rescan of your TV to watch it. If you are having problems, you might want to go online and enter your specific TV brand for instructions. Once the scan is complete, you'll be able to start enjoying Circle on 8.4.
I am what child hunger looks like in America. I was created by artificial intelligence, from faces of the 1 in 7 American children who struggle with hunger.
I was feeling so alone. I'm glad I asked for help.
Ask for help. If you're thinking about suicide or need support, call the Trevor Lifeline.
This portion of Kolo 8 News Now is brought to you by R.C. Willey.
The mayor of Minneapolis issuing a moratorium on the request for execution of no-knock warrants after a 22-year-old man was shot and killed by police as they entered an apartment unannounced while the young man was sleeping. Christine Sloan has the details.
The calls for justice growing louder. A second day of protest in Minneapolis after the death of 22-year-old Amir Locke at the hands of police.
It's kind of hard to put into words how I feel. I'm kind of numb, but I think it's important just to show our support.
Locke's family still in shock.
Never would I have imagined that I would be standing up here talking about the execution of my son by the Minneapolis Police Department.
Body camera footage shows police using a key to quietly enter an apartment to execute a no-knock warrant. A SWAT team storms in, identifies themselves, and then kicks the sofa where Locke was sleeping. Officer Mark Hanneman seen on camera firing at least 3 shots, killing the young man less than 10 seconds after entering the apartment. The officer has been placed on administrative leave. The police report saying Locke was armed with a handgun pointed in the direction of the officers. This still from the body cam footage shows Locke holding his registered handgun with his finger along the side of the barrel, not on the trigger, with the weapon pointed down. But in the video, it appears he had just woken up. Some say not enough has been done to prevent these tragedies.
We need to change how we evaluate the efficacy, the effort in police officer activity across the board, but especially as it pertains to no-knock warrants and the use of a very limited tool.
According to police, the raid was part of a homicide investigation in nearby St. Paul. Locke was not named in the warrant. Christine Sloan, ABC News, New York.
And now, your First Alert weather forecast with John Macaluso.
Well, it's chilly right now, 30 degrees here in Reno, 27 in Carson City, and 24 degrees in Fallon with some light winds. This is really how overnight and early morning temperatures are going to look. In fact, this is a little bit warmer than we're going to see on some days throughout northern Nevada. Now let's take a look at what we're looking like tomorrow. Tomorrow in the morning, 26 degrees at 7, and then it's going to recover nicely, much like it did today and yesterday. By noon, it's going to be 47 degrees, and then by 4 p.m., it's going to be 53. Let's take a look at some temperatures in our area tomorrow. Portola is going to see a high of 52 degrees, 47 in Truckee, 44 in Tahoe City. Incline is going to be a little bit cooler at 42 degrees, and State Line is going to be 47. Now, it's going to be mostly sunny throughout much of our area. Not a whole lot of clouds rolling in throughout tomorrow or throughout most of the week. We'll have a few days where we will see some cloud cover. We'll talk about that in the 8-day forecast. 50 degrees in Hawthorne, 51 in Urington, 43 in Bridgeport, 48 in Mammoth. Bishop's going to continue to stay warm. A high today of 58 degrees and a high tomorrow of 62 degrees. Taking a look in the eastern zones, these areas typically very cold. They're going to stay that way, especially overnight, early morning lows. They're going to stay that way over the next week. Now, 46 in Elko, 43 in Eureka, and 41 in Ely, 44 in Austin. Then in Tonopah, it's going to be 54 degrees. More sunshine here in the Winnemucca area, 51 degrees. Battle Mountain, 48. Lovelock, Fernley, and Fallon all going to be in the low 50s tomorrow. Taking a look at Susanville, it's going to be 49 degrees, and Quincy's going to see 53, 49 around Pyramid Lake. Now here in Reno, we're going to see a high of 55 degrees. That's pretty warm, warmer than it has been over the last few days. 42 degrees in Virginia City and 52 in both Minden and Carson City. Whole lot of sunshine tomorrow, whole lot of sunshine for most of the week. Taking a look at our backyard, Lockwood 52 degrees, Galena, Washoe Valley 47, and Dayton, Silver Springs rather, both going to be 51 degrees tomorrow. 52 in the Collin Ranch area, Somerset and Verdi areas by the state line there. 54 degrees in Hidden Valley. And along the South Meadows, it's going to be 52 degrees. Taking a look north, Cold Springs is going to stay true to its name there. 49 degrees as the high. 51 instead. 52 in Sun Valley, and the same can be said for Spanish Springs in Sparks. So we talked about a lot of sunshine. We talked about some rising temperatures, but how warm are we going to get next week? Well, we are going to hit the 60s, and that's going to be towards the latter point of the week. We're going to get pretty close on Tuesday, but we'll have a lot of sunshine all week. Wednesday, Thursday, both going to be 60, and then Friday 62. Saturday and Sunday, we're looking like some partly cloudy days, but it's going to be pretty warm, a great time to spend some time outside. And looking at those lows, they're going to stick around to the mid to low 30s, so not too bad next week.
Not too bad at all. Thank you, John. You can always stay up to date on that forecast by downloading the Kolo 8 weather app, free for Apple and Android. Let's turn over to sports. The Nevada Wolfpack women's basketball team trying to end a 5-game skid against Fresno State and entering today's contest against the Bulldogs. The Pack had a 1-game lead over Fresno in the conference standings. A win would do much more than just create more distance between the 3rd and 4th place teams as well. Kurt Schroeder has a recap.
Solidifying themselves as a top 3 team in the Mountain West. Kylie Jimenez and the Wolfpack needing to go through the reigning Mountain West Player of the Year and Haley Cavender in Fresno State to do that. Cavender and her twin sister Hannah making life very difficult in the first quarter, outscoring Nevada by themselves as the Pack found themselves down 20-7 after the game's first 10 minutes. Then the Silver and Blue got to chipping away. Nevada attacking Fresno State's zone differently and finding some success. Audrey Roden with the quick trigger from the corner. Lexi Givens was a beast down low. She finished the game with 13 points. Her 7 rebounds were also critical in helping Nevada get second chance opportunities. The Wolfpack trailed by 9 at halftime but roared back in the second half. Amaya West's jumper brings the Pack within 4. Deja Hamilton's crafty finish makes it a 1-point Nevada deficit. Givens timed the game at 47 with 8 minutes to play, then the go-ahead basket with 3:30 to go. Givens, yet again, Alyssa Jimenez and her hot shooting carried Nevada the rest of the way, down 13 at 1 point, finishing the game winning by 9. Nevada 66, Fresno State 57. Head coach Amanda Levens and Alyssa Jimenez on what turned this game around.
To start the second half, we came out really focused and did just a great job defensively and so much better against the zone in the half court. We were aggressive in attacking it. In the first half, we were kind of playing sideways and on our heels.
To be able to come back and stick together as a team and pull away in those final minutes, it felt like we were kind of getting back to ourselves, and now we know late in games and in important games we can compete and come out on top.
Up next for the ladies, a road game against San Diego State. It's a Wednesday tip at 11 in the morning. Reporting at Lawler, Kurt Schroeder, Kolo 8 Sports.
And from local sports to the international variety. The Olympics now underway in Beijing. A look at the American team that came out with a dominating performance over the Russians.
When you can't watch, listen to our news partner, News Talk 780 KOH or KKOH.com.
Rotten poor, in need of healing, wait for Mercy Ships. A floating hospital staffed by volunteers, heroes of mercy who donate their time to save lives. To learn more about Heroes of Mercy, go to mercyships.org.
Sunday Catholic Mass is presented Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. on Kolo 8 from the Carmelite Monastery in Reno, Nevada.
When you're injured in an accident, the insurance company's game is to find any excuse not to pay. Guess what? When you're with us, game over. They're paying.
Go lightly in Vanna, 222-3333.
Many drivers think Toyota is the best brand on the market, and they're right. Toyota is the #1 retail brand for the 10th consecutive year. That's because of Toyota's award-winning family of vehicles. The Toyota Camry is the best-selling passenger car for the 20th year in a row. The Toyota RAV4 is the best-selling SUV 5 years running, and the Toyota Tacoma is the best-selling small pickup for the last 17 years. So if you're shopping for a new vehicle, come check out the best of Toyota at Carson City Toyota, where you always pay lower taxes and less fees.
Valentine's Day is near, and for more than 20 years, Milestones has been helping rebuild, establish, and improve national credit scores. Just $30 down this Valentine's guarantees a credit line of $300 to $10,000 or more, regardless of your credit situation. 5 convenient locations and thousands of items to choose from. The perfect gift awaits the one you love for just $30 down. Beautiful jewelry and new beginnings all start now at Milestones. In Reno and Shopper Square at Plum and Virginia Street.
Northern Nevada and Northern California's #1 area rug cleaning company is still Evergreen Carpet Care. Evergreen Carpet Care makes it easy with free pickup and delivery of your area rug. For expert rug cleaning and more, it's forever Evergreen.
Carson City's Night Off the Streets homeless shelter is beginning for 2021. Knott's has been a ministry of many of the local congregations for the past 5 years. It is our effort to reach the least of these and to provide shelter from the cold. The year before Knott's opened, Carson City had 4 people freeze to death because they had nowhere to go. Since Knott's has opened, there have been no exposure-related deaths because they had somewhere to go. The shelter begins on November 1st at St. Teresa's Catholic Church. A man and a woman are needed for each shift for 3 shifts a night, from 8:30 to 11:30, from 11:30 to 3:30, and from 3:30 to 7 in the morning. You don't need any experience in the homeless ministries. All training is provided. Now is the time to begin thinking about volunteering. Here's how you can sign up.
Covering the key issues facing our schools. Kolo 8 News Now, covering the stories that matter to you.
A lot of exciting action over the past day in the Winter Olympics, which are now underway in Beijing. Alex Preche catches us up.
The U.S. women's hockey team dominating the Russian Olympic Committee on Saturday, winning 5-0. It was the team's first game without Brianna Decker, who's out of the tournament with a leg injury. Next up for the women, Switzerland on Sunday before the highly anticipated matchup with arch rival Canada on Tuesday. Bobsledder Alana Myers-Taylor getting some good news, now out of isolation after testing negative for COVID twice. The 3-time medalist now ready to compete.
I think actually it was probably good for me. I tend to overthink things. I tend to overtrain. So maybe it was a forced break that I needed.
Snowboarder Shaun White ready to compete in his 5th and final Olympics. The 35-year-old says he's feeling lucky to still be in the games at his age.
I've been giving it my all. There's been some ups and downs along the way to get here. But through all of that, I feel like I've gotten stronger, gotten better.
On the women's side, 3 Americans making it through the finals in the snowboard slopestyle. Jamie Anderson hoping to defend her 2 back-to-back Olympic golds in the event.
Feels really good. It's like the best natural high you can ever get when you're able to perform under pressure.
She'll be competing in the slopestyle final alongside fellow Americans Julia Marino and Haley Langland. Alex Preche, ABC News, Beijing.
Well, Queen Elizabeth used her Platinum Jubilee celebration to redefine the future of the English monarchy today. In celebration of her 70th year on the throne, she declared that Camilla will be known as Queen Consort when Charles becomes king. The monarch is the only person who can define royal titles, so her intervention here is very significant. Camilla is currently referred to as the Duchess of Cornwall in reference to Prince Charles's late first wife, Diana. Royal watchers say the announcement means that the woman who was once the prince's mistress will one day be Queen Camilla. Well, one company is using the waste from decades of coal mining to power thousands of supercomputers running nonstop to create Bitcoin. The debate's coming up as a result.
Is fried seafood amazing? Fish, yeah. But is grilled seafood amazing too? Fish, yeah, it is. And now, Long John Silver's has both. So come feed your sea tooth. Long John Silver's. Fish, yeah.
Say cheese.
Where's your entourage?
I'm kind of doing the college moving thing solo.
Welcome to Bring Sing, girl.
Brand new, everything brand new.
College is about starting over, right?
Cause she loves you, man.
Say, what if I'm not good enough? It's basically, you're scared every damn day.
May the best woman win.
All-American Homecoming. New series premieres Monday, February 21st, only on the CW.
No matter where you call home, everyone deserves reliable coverage. At T-Mobile, we've invested billions to light up our 5G network across America. And to celebrate, we've got an exclusive offer for your town, T-Mobile's hometown discount. Right now, switch to T-Mobile at your local store and get 25% off for life. That's right, 25% off unlimited talk, text, and data for the life of your plan. Get coverage and value with T-Mobile's hometown discount today.
If you or a loved one are having mobility issues involving the stairs in their home, Cook Elevator can help. A new lift from Cook Elevator will provide the mobility and independence needed to help you and your loved ones safely up and down stairs. Our professional staff will carefully discuss the options and costs that fit your specific needs. Cook Elevator installs quality American-made mobility products and is a locally owned family company serving the area for over 20 years. Call Cook Elevator today.
You told me not to talk to strangers. You told me not to cross the street without looking both ways.
You told me not to touch the stove. You told me not to do drugs. You told me not to drink and drive.
You gave me so many messages about how to stay safe. Why didn't you keep me safe by properly storing your gun?
Is fried seafood amazing? Fish, yeah. But is grilled seafood amazing too? Fish, yeah, it is. And now, Long John Silver's has both. So come feed your sea tooth. Long John Silver's. Fish, yeah.
Well, you probably heard of Bitcoin, but you may not be entirely sure of what it takes to make it. We take you to a Pennsylvania coal town where one power plant has Bitcoin to thank for its reinvention. But as Elizabeth Schultze shows us, the Bitcoin is also reigniting an age-old environmental debate.
In Pennsylvania's industrial heartland, a once dormant power plant is now humming with activity. One company is using the waste from decades of coal mining to power thousands of supercomputers running nonstop to create Bitcoin.
These are the miners, the computers. So we're not talking about people.
That's right. It's all computers that are processing algorithms at a very high rate.
Computers that successfully process the algorithms are awarded in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a type of digital money not regulated by any company or government. It can be exchanged online between people anywhere in the world without going through a bank. While coins like quarters or pennies are physically minted, Bitcoin is minted as a virtual token by computers through a process called mining.
These are computers that are just designed to do one thing. They're designed to run as fast as possible 24 hours a day.
The problem? The computers need a lot of power. Stronghold Digital Mining has found its power source here at a waste coal pit.
Waste coal is the material left behind after decades of coal mine. Massive sites like these littered across the state of Pennsylvania. Piles and piles of low-quality black coal and other materials left deserted.
I mean, we live here. This is our community.
After seeing so much waste coal abandoned across Pennsylvania, Stronghold co-chairman Bill Spence decided the best way to get rid of it was to burn it.
I grew up, I played on those waste coal piles, and that particular material, I feel, made me sick with cancer. My father had cancer, my grandfather had cancer, and I'd like to eliminate that environmental impact on our community.
The waste coal is transferred from this pit to the scrubgrass plant, where it's burned to power the Bitcoin computers. But burning waste coal has its own environmental costs.
They're not removing pollution, they're moving pollution. They're moving pollution from the land and they're moving it to the air. And we're the ones that are paying the price for it.
Latest available data shows the scrubgrass plant emitted the same amount of CO2 as 80,000 cars in 2019. Altenberg argues a better solution is relocating the waste coal to landfills.
Bitcoin in general is wasteful by design. And if you are going to do Bitcoin using the dirtiest source of power we have in the state, should be your last choice for generating that electricity.
I will tell you, we're making the best of a bad situation. And sometimes perfect is the enemy of very good.
Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Pittsburgh.
And now let's turn to the latest with regards to the situation in Lake Oroville that happened this past week.
We're learning more about the deceased victim from Wednesday night's Greyhound shooting, and the suspected shooter failed to show up to court Friday. I'm Ryan Matthey here in Oroville with the updated details.
He's looking at about 148 years to life.
The Butte County Sheriff's Office has since identified the mother as 43-year-old Karen Dalton of Seattle, Washington. Family and the Butte County District Attorney confirmed she was the mother of the 11-year-old who was also shot on this bus alongside her 14-year-old son, who was also on board. Dalton was the only one to die from the 5 victims who were shot. The suspect, identified as 21-year-old Asadi Coleman of Sacramento, had a juvenile record and was currently wanted on a felony warrant. Her cousin recounting what the family knows.
Karen, she was a caring mother. She always wanted to do what's best for her kids. She was really just trying to go visit family down in New Mexico or wherever she was going. We didn't really know what was going on. But she wanted to go see her family, so she decided to take a bus down there.
The suspected shooter refused to come out of the jail Friday afternoon, now prolonging the case. He faces 1 count of murder, 4 counts of attempted murder, 2 weapon counts with no bail. His next court date has been scheduled for February 9th.
Where's your entourage?
I'm kind of doing the college moving thing solo. Welcome to Bring Sing, girl. Brand new, everything brand new.
College is about starting over, right?
She loves you, man. Say, what if I'm not good enough? So basically, you're scared every damn day.
May the best woman win. We got this.
All-American Homecoming. New series premieres Monday, February 21st, only on the CW.
The President's Day sale is on now at More Furniture for Less.
Right now is a great time to find amazing pricing store-wide on the furniture you need for every room in your home.
Our newest 2022 styles have arrived and are all on sale.
Our most popular styles are in stock and on sale.
Get the furniture you've been waiting for at incredible values, all during the President's sale at More Furniture for Less.
Preview all sales specials online at morefurniture.com.
When you've been injured in an accident, you need expert advice right away.
You need a personal injury specialist you can talk to today.
Don't wait. The insurance company is not your friend. Call us right away for an appointment.
Galloway and Jensen, personal injury.
Our neighbors shouldn't have to choose between buying groceries or paying the rent, especially when there's someone's aging parent or grandparent. But they do, daily, right here in your own community. Senior programs like Golden Groceries can help. Food is available, and together we can help end senior hunger in Nevada. To give help or get help, visit the Food Bank of Northern Nevada at fbnn.org.
When the forgotten poor are in need of healing, they wait for a ship unlike any other. Mercy Ships, a floating hospital staffed by volunteers, heroes of mercy who donate their time to save lives.
Every human has the right to have a place at the table of the human race.
If you could just see the smiles that you get when lives have been changed, then it would make it all worth it.
To learn more about Heroes of Mercy, go to mercyships.org.
At Donors Choose, we want students and teachers to have the tools they need for a great education. And now, more than ever, they need your support. Learn more at donorschoose.org.
Donors Choose. Support a classroom. Build a future.
Well, Peloton might be rolling toward a new era. There are reports outsiders might be interested in taking over the fitness company. According to the Wall Street Journal, Amazon has made contact with Peloton about a possible deal. Meanwhile, the Financial Times reports that Nike is considering a bid as well. There's been no official comment from Peloton, Nike, or Amazon about the situation. The original Peloton bike sells for more than $1,700, including shipping. As we turn things over to Johnny Mack to give us one final check of the 8-day forecast.
Yeah, Ben, if you want to give your Peloton a break and spend some time outside,
This would definitely be a good week to do so. We've got some 60s in the forecast, a whole lot of sunshine tomorrow, high of 55 degrees. And then on Monday, that's when we're going to start seeing some warmer temperatures come in, 58, 59 on Tuesday, and then 60s on Wednesday, Thursday. Then we'll get a little bit of cloud coverage in on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but we'll also be in the low 60s, still going to hang on to those cooler overnight early morning lows.
Pretty warm for early February, that is for sure. That'll wrap things up for us. Our next newscast comes your way tomorrow at 5. See you then.
Joseph, this is the last time we can do this.